Okay. Thank you, fellow Toastmasters and Mr. Toastmaster. All right. Oops. I'm going to get my props ready here. And I'm going to try to go just with cards this time versus reading it. All right. Come with me on a mystery, or help me solve a mystery that I've had over the last couple years. I live in Byron. Byron is a town that's about 10 miles west of Rochester. And I just went. We've lived there about 20 years, the last 10 years at the same house that we have. And we've had some minor acts of violence, as you're going to have in any town. I had bought my husband a Minnesota Gophers grill cover, and it miraculously walked away one evening. And another time we were sleeping, it was 2 a.m., and we hear this, we woke up to a shattering glass sound, and somebody had lobbed a big chunk of cement through our front window. So we've had some, just some, that's not minor, it was expensive, but we've had some acts of violence. But last spring, a year ago at this time, we discovered that our lilac hedge had this huge gaping hole in it. And you have to understand my husband. He is what I call a yardner. Yep, not a gardener, a yardner. We have the best grass in town. Mike, you need to stop by and look at my grass. It's plush, it's cushy, and it's green. And usually there's not hardly any dandelions in it at all. So he takes pride in his yard. So when somebody chopped a big chunk out of our hedge, he was pretty ticked off about that. Well, I also had a plant. I had a plant that outside my front door, somebody had given me this plant. And it was supposed to yield these great coral bell-type flowers. So I was pretty excited about that. So one morning I was leaving for work, noticed that it's ready to bloom. When I got home that night, nothing. It was chopped down to the bottom. Somebody had hacked my flower. And it's like, who would do that? That's a really odd thing. Well, once again, a year has passed, and our hedge, it happened again to our hedge. And we're like, this is odd. I mean, why would somebody do this type of thing? And we figured it out finally. We have a friend at our house. This is our friend. And he has managed to, with the boost of snow, he and his friends managed to get up to our lilac hedge and eat the center of our hedge out. 2 years in a row, so we're going to be changing that. But meanwhile, I figured out, he's the one who's been taking care of my plant also. So, what are we going to do about that? Okay, to complete this picture, you have to understand my daughter. My daughter is an animal lover. She loves animals. If I drive home and I realize, oh, dead squirrel, roadkill on the road, if she's with me, I'll take a different path because she gets very upset at that stuff. We can't, we tried to see the movie Flicka. That didn't go over very well because Bree likes animals. And then the other movie, 8 Below, same thing. We couldn't go to that one because she knew, friends had told her, that animals get killed. So, to me, this is my friend. It's all my fault. What am I going to do about this? So, there's some remedies that you can do. There's this thing called, this spray, it's called Fence, if you've ever heard of it. I think it's like deer urine or something. It's very nasty smelling. If you spray it on there, it works, but every time it rains, you have to rush back outside to, spray it on there before the rabbit, or my friend and foe, gets to it. Some other things you can do, there's mothballs you can put around it, or even gobs of human hair you can put around your plants and stuff. But boy, that's a lot of hair trying to cover up gardens. Another thing was you could do plant miracles, like a miracle border, or even one lady had suggested plant around your garden area, plant lettuce leaves, and they'll eat that and not go into your garden because they'll be satisfied with what's out there, and you might even get some for yourself. We also have installed what we call a bunny fence. I have a rock garden behind my house, and we installed a bunny rabbit fence. It's just basically a wire fence, but it's got little holes, so supposedly they're not going to get in there. And it's funny, I guess in conclusion, it's funny the life lessons we learn. We all have different perspectives on things. So one person's friend could be another person's foe.